I heard an interesting theory today, and someone said our life is our mind turned inside out. And I tell people all the time that you have to really understand that your clientele base, your style, everything like that everything that you display started in your mind. Everything that you have started in your mind, and people don't understand like what you do does affect your business. You could be the best hair cutter in the world, the best barber in the world, but if you have a terrible work ethic, terrible display, like you have to understand that's it. That's it. That is going to affect your business. That is going to affect everything in your business. And you have to understand and believe that, because it is what it is. There's no other way. Keep that in your mind, guys. Keep that in your mind. You have to be realistic and understand that's what it's going to be. You're sitting here, you're frustrated, you're trying to figure out why ain't nobody coming and sitting in my chair? Why ain't nobody doing this? Well, are you really ready for them to sit in your chair? Do you really understand what you're doing? Because see, the energy in not knowing and not the energy in what you're doing is felt by everyone. Keep that in your mind. The energy is felt by everyone. If you don't know what you're doing, I promise you that whoever is sitting in your chair can feel it. I promise you they can feel it. And you just got to know that. They can feel the energy. They can feel the energy, which is why you need to have a strong foundation. Strong foundation in what you're doing. I said a foundation. I didn't say be perfect. You need to understand the rules in which you're trying to play the game. Right? You're a barber. You playing in the hair game. So don't you should think that you should understand how hair grows? I can't tell you how many people that are great barbers that don't understand how hair grows. They just don't understand it. And so they make a lot of senseless mistakes. And let me say this. I was one of those barbers. Just saying. They make a lot of senseless mistakes for no reason. Absolutely no reason. Because they don't have a foundation. Right? So their lack of understanding in their mind is displayed outwardly. So that's why you get people that are like, oh, I'm only going to cut this style of hair. I'm only going to do this. I'm only going to do that. I'm only going to do this. Can you make money like that? Of course. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm a strong believer that if I'm going to play in an arena, I'm going to play to the best of my ability, right? I don't want to be just on the team. I want to be a key role player. And a key role player, right? I want an athlete. I don't want a position player. I want an athlete that when it comes down to it, if I got to move them somewhere else, they can still function. And some of you cannot function if we move you somewhere else. I'm just telling you. Some of you only cut kinky, wavy, curly hair. And I understand that may be what you see a lot. But again, uh, I know people who typically have kinky, wavy, curly hair. They got bone straight hair or light curly hair. And they live in your neighborhood. They live in my neighborhood. They're around, but they may go somewhere else because someone else took the time to understand how to cut their hair. Man, just understand the basics. Understand the like that's affecting you, right? You got to have an equal balance between skills, business acumen, right, and personality. Jeez, personality. I'm not saying you got to be the most bubbly person in the world, but you can be professional. You don't have to be bubbly to say hello to the customers that walk through the door. You don't have to be bubbly to say thank you. You don't have to be bubbly to tell somebody that you appreciate them and their business. You don't have to be bubbly for that. But I guess some of you feel like you do. I don't understand why. Right? And your hello may be, hey, what's going on? How you doing? From the moment that the customer walks in, make them feel valued. But if this is what you want to do, you need to focus on doing that. Don't get caught up in this whole thing of don't get caught up in this whole thing. Like, and I need people to understand this, right? When I talk about business and things like that, understanding how your finances and everything work, right? A lot of people come from not so great backgrounds doing not so great stuff, and they come into this industry because they feel like they can get the same type of return or same type of money, similar money to what they got before. Here's the problem with that. They operate in the same manner that they operated doing whatever they were doing before. And I'm not directly talking about it, but I'm sure you guys can connect the dots, right? They operate as if they're still out on the streets. They're still in they're still in that mentality. So when it comes to buying things, financing things, they're still operating in that mentality. So here's my question for you. If you're going to operate in that mentality, right? You know what the government sees that as? Money laundering. Right? They see it as like money laundering fronts. They see it as that's what a lot of the government, the cash-based businesses that like they understand that it's high for money laundering. And because you said I'm not giving the government nothing, well, you'll never own anything. Well, I own this business. No, you probably own. For a lot of you, you own the chairs. You own you own the fixtures on the walls, the chairs, the mirrors, the stations. You own that stuff. You don't own the building. Oh well, I'm a business owner. Yeah, you're a business owner. And I heard somebody say this the other day. It's like, but you don't own the building, so you're not a business owner. No. That's not what that means. That is not what that means. Right? The people that have and if said person who's listening to this, I want you to think about something. McDonald's is the biggest real estate company in the world. You can own the McDonald's and not the real estate. Does that make them not a business person? I didn't think so. Anyways, you just have to. You just really have to understand what is really flowing, what's really going on, what's really happening, and guys, let's just do real business. Do real business, not this facade, not this, oh well, I'm gonna claim the bare minimum so I can get, you know, benefits. No, if you're making all this money, make the money. Stop giving yourself a safety net, right? You're giving yourself a safety net to leech off the government. Whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy, business owner. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know what's got me all riled up today, and I apologize if anybody's upset by what I said, but I do mean it. I think that there's better ways to do things, but what do I know? What do I know? I know a few things. I know. I know a little bit about a lot, so it is what it is. Guys, please don't be upset. I'm just saying, like, your outcome is based on your input, and your input comes from your mind, and whatever you put in your mind is going to display itself and come to life in your output. So let's get it together. Let's clean it up. Let's make it happen. Either way, you guys can do it. You guys can make it happen. It'll be all right. Don't stress it. Don't stress it. Either way, guys, thank you. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you, and we will catch you tomorrow.